to the Dino Temple.
Wow, this is absolutely incredible.
And now the time has come for the sacrifice.
What?
Sacrifice? You have been chosen. Wait, I didn't sign up for this. Get off me. No, please, please, no. Ah! Oh, God. Oh, thank God. It was only just a dream. Oh.
Alan.
Huh? What the?
Alan. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Prehistoric Savannah. Today we're going to be building a pyramid temple. Seeing that the dinosaurs that we put in this zoo actually inhabited Egypt during the Cretaceous period, and the Spinosaurus was discovered there, I thought it's only right that we make our very own pyramid in this park. But we're not going for the classic pyramid style that you see in Egypt. I thought it needs to suit a more jungle theme because the environment was very different 93 million years ago. Instead of vast deserts, huge sand dunes, a very difficult place for animals to survive, Egypt was actually a lush paradise full of rainforests, vast swamps and wetlands, and huge deltas. A very different place to the Egypt that we know today. In fact, I don't think you could get any different, to be honest, could you? And there were no pharaohs ruling over this kingdom at this time. No, instead, they had dinosaurs. Dinosaurs like Spinosaurus that ruled over the aquatic realm, and dinosaurs like Carcharodontosaurus, which ruled over the land. So for this pyramid, I'm going for a more tropical style, rather than the ones that you'd see in Egypt, the ones that are pointed. So I've been looking at loads of different designs of different pyramids and jungle temples around the world, just to give me some ideas, because there are many different pyramids found all over the world. They're not just found in Egypt, they're found all over the place. And I love this style where they have this very steep set of stairs going up to the top into the entrance. I love that style, so I thought I'm going to go for that. And I've chosen to make the bricks green, to give it a look as if moss and things is starting to grow on the bricks. And you can see now I'm just starting to put in some vegetation to make it look like this is really overgrown, like this pyramid has been here for hundreds of years and it's just completely gone crazy. All the plants are starting to grow in between the bricks. You know, if you find a building that's been there for a while and it's been abandoned and not looked after, it's not long before nature starts to reclaim it. And that's exactly what's happening here. You can see that the plants are going absolutely bananas. They're just growing everywhere they can. So you can't really overdo it when you're building something like this. If you want to try and make it look like it's you know, an apocalyptic building or something that's been abandoned for a very long time, you can't really overdo it with the plants, especially in this kind of environment. The plants are getting all the water they need. Rainforests, the amount of water that fall in a year, there's just so much that the plants are getting all that water, so they're getting plenty to drink and they're getting plenty of sunshine as well. And it's crazy when you see like a tree fall in the rainforest, how quickly that space is taken up. All the plants are just competing with each other for that new light that's come into that. It's like I don't know, a gap in the market. The plants don't have time to waste. They all just start trying to grow and fill in this space. And when the dead tree has fallen, all the fungi that start to break the tree down, and then eventually all that is just recycled back into the ecosystem, food for the next generation of plants. It's crazy. But yes, it's starting to come together. Just put a fallen log there, balancing on that first level, and we're putting all these torches in, these fire torches, which I think make it look very dramatic, that entrance. And yeah, it's looking very nice. I don't know what it is about abandoned buildings, but they just look so cool. There's just something about them that make me want to go in and explore them, especially when it's something like this, an ancient building. Modern abandoned buildings are cool as well, but when it's something like this, I don't know, there's just something inside me that wants to go and explore them and see what's going on. It is really, really cool. And it's mad to think as well, these old pyramids and temples that we see, people actually used to live in them, or they lived near them and went to worship in them. But I think what's most impressive about these civilizations is how on earth they managed to build such structures. I mean, look at them. We'd struggle to build these things today, so how on earth did they do this thousands of years ago? It's just mind-boggling to think how on earth they did it. In fact, let's actually have a look at how long it took to build the pyramids. Well, I am very, very surprised. I was expecting a lot longer. I was expecting something like 100 years. But they've estimated that it took between 15 and 30 years to build the pyramids. Apologies, I mean, that's each pyramid, so 15 to 30 years for each pyramid. And let's have a look at how many there are. Oh my goodness, there's 118. Flipping heck, I didn't realise there was that many. I thought there was only a few of them. Wow, 118. But they're not all the big ones, so there's some that are a little bit smaller, and then you've got the huge, massive, giant ones that you can see from a distance. From a distance they look like a sand dune, but they're actually this huge man-made structure. But yeah, flipping it, 30 to 15 years. It says though, no one really knows because of how old they are, and there's very little evidence that survived to give them any idea of how long it would have taken them. So it's quite difficult. That's just an estimate. But let's have a look at how long it would take to build it today. They're saying around 5 years, and it would take up to 1,500 to 2,000 workers, and it would cost $5 billion. Oh my goodness. Wow. So it would be a big job even today, never mind 4,500 years ago. Flipping heck. That is very, very impressive. And they're also aligned with the stars. I wonder why that is. Some people have some very interesting theories of how the pyramids were made. Some people believe that it was in fact aliens. And when they came down, they used their extremely advanced technology to lift very heavy objects and create these incredible pyramids. And I don't know, it seems far-fetched, but when you look at Stonehenge, for instance, and this was even dated back even further than the pyramids, they were lifting these huge heavy rocks, which also align with these stars. And these rocks they brought from Wales all the way to South England near Bath. And you think, why would you go all that way just to get this stone? There's stones all over the place. Why have you gone all the way over there? It just seems like a lot of effort. And these pyramids seem like a lot of effort as well. I can understand people working really hard to try and build something like a shelter or a home, somewhere to keep them out of the elements. Building something like a farm so you can, provide food for your family. Even something like a boat, so you can go out and collect fish to feed you and the rest of the community. But when it comes to something like this, it's a huge amount of effort. Let's break our backs to make this enormous tomb for one person, and that was the pharaoh. It's crazy, isn't it? Most people get a gravestone. The pharaoh gets an entire pyramid built for himself. And the reason this was is because they believed in many different gods, and the Egyptians believed that there were certain things they had to do in order for the pharaoh to pass from this life into another life. So it was like a journey going into another world, the underworld. And they used to take their organs out and put them in different jars and things like that. And then they went through the mummification process and things like that as well. So they had this whole system where they believed the pharaoh was going to go on to a different life, on another journey into this other world. And if things weren't done in a certain way, then they wouldn't pass on to that life. So it was very important to them that things were done correctly. It was that important that they made sure that they built these huge structures. It's incredible what humans are actually capable of when you think about it. To be able to build something like this, it's very, very impressive. I tell you what though, it's a good job that it was only for the pharaoh. Imagine if they had to build a pyramid for everybody. Flipping heck, imagine that, a whole graveyard full of pyramids. It'd go on as far as the eye can see, just pyramids going over the whole desert. My goodness. Imagine that. But we are coming close to the end of this build. I hope you've enjoyed it. We've just got to finish off the last few details here. We're just going to put these little, I don't know what you call them really, these structures on either side just to make the front look a bit more dramatic, and finish off with a few vines. And the guests will be able to get off the boat, the river cruise that's going around the park. They'll be able to get off here and go inside the pyramid. I don't know what would be inside it. I'm thinking maybe something like a museum where they can see dinosaur bones and things like that. And they can also, at the front there, you can see there's two viewpoints, so they'll be able to see the Carcharodontosaurus in their habitat here. So the next build we've got to make is for the Ouranosaurus, the last animal that will be going into this park. So you'll be able to get on the boat, see the Ouranosaurs, the Carcharodontosaurus and the Spinosaurus, a nice trio of different animals that inhabited North Africa during the Cretaceous period. So there we have it guys, that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, and if you've got any ideas for the park, don't be shy, please do share them down below in the comments. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss what happens next in Prehistoric Savannah.